I don't know whether he's a sinner, the man replied, but I know this. I was blind, and now I can see. But what did he do? They asked, and how did he heal you? Look, the man exclaimed. I told you once. Didn't you listen? Why do you want to hear it again? Do you want to become his disciples too? Then they cursed him and said, you are disciples. You are his disciples. But we are the disciples of Moses. We know God spoke to Moses, but we don't even know where this man comes from. Why? That's very strange, the man replied. He healed my eyes, and yet you don't know where he comes from? We know that God doesn't listen to sinners, but he is ready to hear those who worship him and do his will. Ever since the world began, no one has been able to open the eyes of someone born blind. If this man were not from God, he couldn't have done it. You are born a total sinner, he answered. Are you trying to teach us? And they threw him out of the synagogue. They put him out of church. They threw him out. In this text, we see here that now the man has been healed. A miracle has taken place. Jesus has spit on the ground. He's made mud, and he's put this mud over this man's eyes. And he told him to go wash in the pool of Siloam. And the man did what Jesus told him, and he came back seeing. And today, in part 2, I want to take a theme or a title. See the power of God. See the power of God. They said they took the man who was blind from birth to the Pharisees who had been healed because it was on the Sabbath day. And Jesus made mud and healed him. And the Pharisees asked the man about it all. They took the man to the Pharisees. Took the man to the religious leaders. Why? Because Jesus had made mud, because Jesus had put the mud over the man's eyes, and because the man had been healed. This happened on the day of rest. And so the man told the Pharisees what happened. He said, he put mud over my eyes, and when I washed it away, I could see. He made mud, he put the mud over the man's eyes, and he healed the man. These 3 acts right here are considered unlawful work for the Sabbath. The Pharisees should have been praising God for the man being able to see. But instead of praising God for the man to be able to see, now they're trying to find evidence to prosecute Jesus. The first thing I want to say about this man in his walk with the Lord is that he said in verse 11, he said, the name they called Jesus. The man they called Jesus that made mud and spread over my eyes. And so first the man, he's just a man named Jesus, who he did not see, but he did something supernatural. And he told me to go wash in the pool of Siloam, and here I am standing before you right now. And so the first thing is the man knew him as a man named Jesus. Number 2, he knew him as a prophet. Listen what it says here in the text. That some of the Pharisees said, this man Jesus is not from God, for he is working on the Sabbath. And others said, but how could an ordinary sinner do such miraculous signs? So they were divided. And then they questioned him again. And they asked, what is your opinion about this man who healed you? And he said, I think he's a prophet. You see, Jesus didn't care anything about the Sabbath in regards to their rules and regulations. In other words, Jesus is taking right now action to show them how he felt about the Sabbath. Jesus used everything to teach lessons. And here right now he's emphasizing his teaching